Detroit and Dallas went to battle. Next up is the Ottawa Senators for the Stars. My buddy Weldon joins the show. Sit back, relax, grab your favorite snack or drink or dinner or lunch, whatever time of day it is for you. Let's talk some hockey.
What's up?
Hey, there's the man.
It was being slow to load.
It figures. This app is something.
Yeah, yeah, it was being slow to load. So I was like, "Oh, come on, come on!" Then
Anytime
it,
you're
then
ready.
it, then it's like, "Oops, there was an error." So I had to
Are you
exit out
serious?
and re-enter into it, and then it opened right up.
Good lord, I'm sorry, dude.
Oh, it's no problem. So what's
Uh,
up?
Not much, man. Just perusing the standings and looking at the next game and Ottawa and yikes.
Maybe we can piss Brady Kachuk off, and he can get another big fine again.
Why does that make me laugh every time? Oh,
Because he's such a tool.
I mean, I wasn't gonna say it, but okay.
I ain't scared.
You ain't
What's
scared.
what's he gonna do? Come after me?
I mean, it might.
Yeah,
You never know in this crazy world.
got something for him.
Uh-oh. This is a family show.
So,
That
no,
was that was
that should be a good game this week. Boys should be well rested. You know,
Look at
first
this.
time they've gotten 3 days off in a
Oh,
while.
yeah, true.
So,
Look at the standings though.
oh, it's a madhouse right now.
Absolutely mad. Like that's one reason why I question it, to tell you the truth, because Dallas teams like to disappoint sometimes. And you
Uh,
know, they don't have the same problem the Cowboys do, I will say that. But I don't know what to expect from them because who'd they get knocked around by before Detroit? Vegas?
yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, but they had just come off a long road trip, 3 games, flown in from Washington. Washington was their last game on that trip. You
That
get
was
in at
pretty.
4 o'clock in the morning. No prac
Okay, okay.
no practice or anything, and then you have a 3 o'clock game. And Vegas had been sitting on their butts for 3 days, getting some nice practice in, and so you know, I
Makes you wonder if maybe Stars will have that luck this time.
no, they shouldn't. They. should have got some good practices in. I think they had. I want to say they were at Flower Mound today or yesterday for their
Flower Mound?
for their last
What?
big public bring the kids out, yada yada yada.
Wait, no, don't tell me that,
Oh, they've got to have those. So, but it's it's
bro.
it's still their same practices, and they just actually signed some autographs. So
That hurts my heart. Flower Mound?
yeah,
I know where that's at.
yeah, I think that's where they were supposed to be at.
I didn't know
So
there was one in Flower Mound.
I think yes, I think so. I don't know.
Crazy.
There's getting to be so many of them now that I can't keep track of all of them.
Yeah, true. That's a good thing though. Like
Yeah, yeah,
we were talking about that growth in Texas and
yeah.
hockey.
Well, I mean, as long as they're continuing to get rinks and everything, you're going to grow the high school sports, which that's going to feed into the colleges and everything else. So
let's make Minnesota mad. You think Texas will ever be the new state of hockey?
uh, I want to say at one time we had more pro teams in the state of Texas than Minnesota did.
Oh, the arrows that
Well, when you had the whole CHL division going,
yeah.
the Central Hockey League, when you had the Ice Rays and the Laredo Bucks and Amarillo, I mean, God, we had 15 teams just in the state of Texas.
Yeah, true. CHL, that was a good time.
Yeah, that was fun hockey there.
It was.
And now we've got the NAHL, which is all the 16 to 21-year-olds. So you got, some high school kids that are playing and then kids that are battling to, get scholarships and stuff. So,
I didn't know that was the age range for the NAHL.
Yep, 16 to 21. So,
Wow.
and it's interesting to watch those kids. I mean, those kids play hard. So,
That's
it's
awesome.
fun to watch them. I think I was still living in Corpus for the first 2 years of when they switched away from the Central Hockey League and moved to the new NAHL. But I mean, there's been some big players that have played in the NAHL. Patrick Kane played there.
What?
Yeah.
Okay, you educated me on something.
Yeah. That's where he played. That's where he started. I don't know if that's where he started, but he played in the league. So,
Wow, that's nutty.
yeah.
Well,
but yeah, this week should be good. I mean, they should be, hopefully they maybe, fixed up some problems that they were having and, get the defense gonna tighten it up a little bit and everything. So
and then Ottawa. Oh boy.
yeah, but Ottawa's, they've been kind of an up and down team too.
That's why I don't trust them.
Well, I
Every
mean,
game gives
I
me
don't trust any team. I mean, you can get beat by anybody on any given night. So,
yeah, true.
Considering that the Anaheim Ducks have beat Las Vegas, so
You're right. Crazier things have happened. Okay.
yeah.
Okay. Fine. So, what are you feeling about Ottawa, man? Because like, Kachuk is the first thing that comes to my mind. I'll be honest with you. I want to see him cry.
I mean, I don't ever really worry about Brady. Matthew is the more talented of the two. Um,
Well,
Brady's more of his dad. He's more of a Goonie player. And
Yeah.
to me, he is a very big crybaby. You know, I mean, he proved it the other night when against Carolina when he got upset that the goalie came out and but he had his head down and wasn't he was watching the puck. Uh, he got it swept away and oops, sorry you tripped. It's not the goalie's fault.
Right.
So because he hit the puck first, so
Yeah, he did.
so
Let's
but
see.
it should be a good week. I think we'll get some points this week, and then whatever next week. That's what I'm pulling up now to see. I don't even know who we play next week. It's been kind of a blur.
It has. Oh, we got St. Louis and Seattle for
No,
your
well,
games.
well, at least the Saturday game is it's a late game. It's a regular game.
Is it? Oh, it is.
Yeah.
Oh.
Then we got the Krakens and the Canucks.
The Canucks. I like the way you said that. That's how they say it, right?
The Canucks. I don't know. Have to ask my wife, the Canadian. You know.
Man, the Blues. The
Yeah,
Blues.
and the
There.
Blues firing their head coach, and
That'll be an interesting. Okay, so we got Ottawa, which is kind of iffy in my eyes. I mean, you don't know what you're gonna get with the Stars. 6-3 over Detroit. They could hopefully carry the momentum, but then you got Seattle. Eh,
well, even
not
even
too.
even Seattle's been up and down this year. The one I worry about is the Canucks.
Yeah, 2-0 earlier in the season.
Yeah, I mean, which even that was on the back of a 3 game road trip or 2 game, no 3 day road trip. They only had 1 day in between for a little bit of rest, and you know so
Okay, so you can cut them a little bit of slack.
yeah. And
Little.
The Canucks in the Western Hockey League or the Western Division. They're head and shoulders right now above um, Calgary and Edmonton because they've actually got solid goaltending. You know,
Yeah.
so
Okay, so you're not worried about Ottawa. You're not worried about Seattle.
now
Vancouver.
I think they'll do fine against those two. Um, Seattle has they've still got the speed, so you know
That was a fun series to watch in the playoffs too.
yeah, that was an interesting series.
It
So
was.
and so it should be interesting. And just thought of something I was supposed to do.
Uh oh.
Oh no, I just have to send a message to somebody. Um,
So we've got. Let me see. Oh, this isn't. Hey, where's the? mm, I'm looking for stat comparisons for Ottawa and Dallas, and I'm completely messing up. I froze. That's weird. Okay, so Ottawa's sitting at um 11, 12, and 0. Are you serious?
yeah,
11, 12, and 0?
yeah, they're not good.
What in the what? Huh? And they have a +5 goal differential? Okay. I'm confused. Very, very, very confused. The heck happened? Oh no, I guess it's been pretty consistent because Ottawa's not been very good lately.
No,
Looking at the rest of the standings, San Jose is still down at the bottom, near the bottom. Anaheim and Chicago. Seattle's 26th. Wow. What in the 9, 14, and 7. Okay. Well, I don't know what to talk about then because, there's all sorts of hype. Whoa, we could beat this person, we could beat that team, lose to that team. Now I don't know what to think because
Yeah.
this
Well,
looks
like
like a.
you said, it's, as long as the guys come out firing on all cylinders and, you know, playing the brand of hockey that DeBoer wants to play, you know, that's that's what we've got to get every night.
They've done fairly good at it.
Yeah, they've had a couple of bad games here and there, but I mean, it's not like they're getting, yeah, they have had a couple of blowout games. I mean, Vegas, you know, blew them out pretty easy, but
Vegas wiped the floor with them, and that hurt my heart.
yeah.
Man, they got to figure that out. If they, well, I think they're done with them this season now. Is that
Um,
right? Or was that
I
who
thought
we
we
just
had
played?
them. I thought we had them one more time. Yeah, maybe not.
Josh said that we were done with somebody. I can't remember who it was.
Yeah, I think that is. I think we are done with Vegas.
That's scary because they beat. Well, okay. If we backtrack, regular season has not much to do with the playoffs. Granted, but history. History is a thing,
Yeah,
and if they do play in the playoffs, man, it looks like they're going to be done again.
yeah, but you've got to. They've got to. We've got to get to them, or they got to get to us. Because LA could very easily take Vegas out.
Yeah, true.
I mean, LA is playing good right now.
LA is holy what?
Yeah.
Are they? I just looked at the standings. They're fifth,
Yeah.
fifth in the league.
But I mean, points are so tight right now. I mean, you look at the standings just in the West from Colorado at 36 points to Nashville at 32. You know,
4 point difference.
yeah.
Holy moly!
There's only a 12-point difference between Colorado and Minnesota. Someone gets on a hot streak, they could very easily climb the standings real quick.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
True. That's true.
So,
And looking at the Stars, only Vancouver in the next few games is amongst the top.
yeah.
Oh, those are all Pacific Division people too.
Yeah. So they're not in our division, but we still want those points.
Yeah, I would say it was an important swing of points, really, because if Minnesota does go on a hot streak and
Mm-hmm.
we fumble around a little bit, or St.
Well,
Louis, Arizona.
even Winnipeg. I think they were on a 4-game win streak until whoever they just played. I think they lost, and but I think they were on like a 4-game win streak. So
That's crazy. There's 1 game difference between Dallas and Winnipeg too.
yeah.
1 game. That is crazy.
So yeah.
I don't know what to think. I really don't.
Oh,
What if
and as of last night, the Sharks beat the Jets.
the shot?
The
Huh?
Sharks, baby shark beat the Jets. So that just goes to prove that any night anyone can be beat. The Canucks beat the Lightning last night.
I'm gonna have to be
So
a Canuck fan for a night. Yike. I hate Tampa Bay.
Yeah. So
What about St. Louis though? That's going to be a tricky couple of games
yeah,
because
that's going to be an interesting game there because um, you
all
know,
them personnel changes.
with the new coach coming in, and then um, who was it they just fired or sent down to the minors?
Did they send somebody down?
Yeah, they
What?
what was name started with a V. Um,
Oh,
he had come from somewhere, another team. They'd picked him up, and then I don't know what the deal was, but I mean he was.
Vrana?
Yeah, that's it.
They put him on waivers 2 days ago.
Yeah.
Wow. So he's gone some way or another. Berube is gone. Bannister is the new interim head coach. Oh wow.
Who's the new coach?
Bannister?
Oh, okay. Was he one of the other coaches or?
I have no idea. I've never heard of Drew Bannister other than maybe twice this season.
Hmm. Too bad
So,
Steve Ott didn't get that job.
oh no. No. Man.
The original Otter.
Oh. I have stories to tell about him, but probably not safe for the show.
Oh yeah.
he was he was one of my favorite players, and I met him when I was in high school. Dude scared the crap out of me, but was nice as
Yeah.
could be. It's crazy. He was a rookie when I met him. That's nutty, dude. Is he coaching now? He is, right? St.
Yeah,
Louis?
he's some kind of assistant coach for St. Louis.
I never would have thought that. Steve Ott is a. Huh?
Yeah. So
That. No. I couldn't picture him as a. Yikes. Well, okay. So what are you feeling about the next few games? I mean, Ottawa looks like it'll be fun. St. Louis has me curious with all their turmoil. Where do they drop the ball in Dallas, or do they just steamroll everybody?
I think they're going to play well against both these teams. You know, I don't think it's going to be a blowout. I think we're going to see Jake on one, um, Wedge on the other. You know, so but
Be nice to see. I think it'd be nice to see Wedgwood start off,
yeah, could be.
put him against Ottawa. I don't know why I feel like that would be a good idea, but give Jake a break, start him fresh. I don't
Yeah,
know. I don't know. But it's gonna be a pretty interesting little stretch of games and a good chance for us to climb the standings.
yeah, yeah. We
So,
definitely need to shoe in a couple of string together some wins and get back on track going into Christmas and New Year's.
you get Connor Bedard twice to end the year.
Yep.
Are you
Aren't you
serious?
excited? Can you imagine the amount of Chicago fans that are going to be here? They get 2 games in Dallas. They get away from the snow or cold temps. I don't know if it's snowing up there yet or not, but you know. So
I would have to question them. Why on earth are you a Chicago fan and why are you in my city? Get out.
because they can come here and watch it way cheaper than they can watch it there.
But is it really way cheaper if you're traveling to the game? Come on now.
from what I've looked up, the average ticket on their premium games is about $600.
Holy.
I know people that fly up there and go to one game and then turn around and hop back on an airplane and come straight back home, and they're doing it for less than $200 for a flight.
Holy cow.
Now, I'm personally, there's a handful of East teams that I'll never go and watch in their city.
Oh.
Chicago, Boston, Philly, just because don't like the state, don't like the city, don't like the team. You know, if you have a-hole fans, like Philly and Chicago, and no, I'm not going to subject myself to it, and I'm not putting any money in your pocket.
Solid point.
You know, Detroit's another one. I would go to Washington. I would go to Florida. I'd go to Tampa. I've been to Vegas. Um, I would like to see the games up in Canada, but Toronto and Montreal are extremely expensive. Um, talking $400 or $500 a seat, if not more. So
$400 or $500 a seat?
a seat.
Is that even legal?
Oh yeah. Oh, in the playoffs last year, and that that first round that they actually finally won, there were
Yeah.
seats going for anywhere from $3,000 to $5,000. Now, granted, that's Canadian dollars, but still, that's a lot of money for a game.
Truly is. Like, you'd have to be some kind of dedicated, in my opinion.
Well, it's I'm sure a lot of it's season ticket holders.
Oh,
Just
yeah.
just like Dallas. Um, this year will be very, very interesting come playoff time. If as long as Dallas stays in it, with the lower bowl being almost completely sold out, come playoffs, what are those tickets going to go for? When people try to sell one game to pay for that round. So,
Dang. Somebody could have a heyday with that.
oh yeah. Well, I mean, like the game that we missed, I paid for that round selling one game that we missed.
Wow.
And that round was almost $600.
Holy moly.
So anytime people complain about Dallas's pricing on their tickets, I'll tell them, go look up other teams. Go look up Canadian teams. Go look up New York and Boston and Chicago and stuff like that, where you're paying, just huge amounts of money for, a seat at a hockey game. It's insane. And I'm glad Dallas hasn't fallen into that, yet. So
They keep doing well, and they might
yeah,
just
I
do
mean,
that.
I mean, they yeah, like exactly. If they keep playing well, of course, the ticket prices are going to go up. I mean, they've gone up some since we became season ticket holders, um, but not a whole lot. We had when in the round we played Seattle, we had a couple of Seattle fans sitting behind us, and they were just in town for a meeting, and so it just happened to line up that they could go to the game, and they were shocked what people were selling tickets for that round, for.
Yeah.
And I was like, so just out of curiosity, I said, what are your ticket prices just during the regular season? And the lady told me, she said, we sit in this same kind of area, upper deck. They were paying almost $200 a night per seat.
Holy moly.
And I'm like, wow, over an 82 or 82 game season, 41 home games at $400 a night. I was like, she's like, how much are y'all's? I was like, I don't even want to tell you. I'm like, because you're going to be really upset. She's like, no, what are y'all's costs? I was like, we're at like $27 a night per seat. She's like, are you kidding? And I was like, nope. I was like, these seats tonight, I said, they're about $75. She goes, these seats, when y'all come to Seattle, she goes, they're going for $400 a seat in the upper deck. I was like, holy crap, Mo, never come see y'all play then.
Right?
Yeah, at least in the playoffs, you know. I mean, when we went to Vegas, our tickets were $200 a seat. You know.
There's a lot of stuff that factored into Vegas, though. It's Vegas.
Yeah. But it's also the market, you know. So hopefully, you know, hopefully Gallardi keeps his head on straight and doesn't drive the ticket prices up so high that the average fan can't go.
The
And
average fan.
And hope to God they never go to what the Cowboys are doing, where you buy that seat, and then you have a seat lease or something like that.
So, yeah, they had to do that to pay for the stadium, though.
Mm-hmm. Well, we don't have a new stadium, so.
Neither do the Cowboys anymore.
Well, yeah, but that stadium's what, 10 years old?
Give or take, yeah.
It's still one of the nicest stadiums in the country.
Yeah.
Yeah, still looks like the Death Star, but whatever.
Yeah, it's why it's one of my favorites.
So
awful tiny, sitting next to those glass doors too.
Yeah, those glass doors that they didn't think that the sunshine would shine through when they built the stadium.
See, now if I had a Dallas Cowboys podcast, I'd call that into question because, yeah, right.
Well, it does in the summertime, or beginning of the summer. It does shine right through those windows.
Yeah,
and they do shine right into the players' eyes. Each side. So
yeah.
it was a poor design.
I think it was planned. That's what I think.
Yeah, but even the Cowboys have got to look into it at points. So why would you want your own team looking into the sun? Especially when you can't wear sunglasses inside. They say that's not cool.
That's not cool. Oh, wow. Wow. I don't even have any sunglasses. How about them apples? Man. So this podcast has gone every which way but here. There's not really much to talk about. What about AT&T Stadium hosting another Winter Classic? Would you go for it, or would they go for the fairgrounds again?
Oh, I'd love to see them do it again.
Well, would it be in the Cotton Bowl, or would it be AT&T Stadium? AT&T Stadium would be kind of cool.
I think they should do it in the stadium. As much as I hate going to Jerry World, put it in the biggest arena the biggest stadium that you can get it in.
I mean, that would speak volumes for the growth of hockey there too.
Yeah.
It really would, because what if, what are the times that the stadium's actually been packed? I think it was one of the first games at the stadium.
Yeah.
I think it was WrestleMania was completely packed.
Oh, yeah.
The first time around, if not both. So there's only been 2 times that we can say for sure that it was completely packed. Imagine what Stars fans would do if they put the outdoor classic or whatever you want to call it in that stadium.
Yeah. Well, I mean, it would have to be a. I think it would be, better suited as a stadium series game.
There you go.
But and I've had this idea for a couple of years. Instead of it being just these random teams of stadium series every year, you have a stadium series for every division.
Mm,
You only play your division. So they could very easily figure out, okay, we're going to do it this, and you spread it out. So you play, say, the Central. So Dallas would play Colorado. Next year, you just mix and match it, and it's always good for points, and it always makes a rivalry instead of
yeah.
Boston playing Florida, or the Rangers. It doesn't always have to be a major market team, because say like in the Pacific Division, who are your key teams? LA, Vegas, Edmonton,
Mm-hmm.
Vancouver's coming up in there, you know.
Yep.
So you've got some good teams in there that play each other a lot, and then you make one of those games a year, you know, a stadium series game. So there's a good chance, about every 3 years, you're getting a stadium series game. And you do, like in the Central, you do one in Minnesota, you do one in Dallas, you do, one in St. Louis, Colorado, because all of those teams have got NFL football teams. Now
Yeah.
granted, you would have to work around the football schedule to, to be able to have have the field for a week, because I think that's about how long it takes to, set up the rink and everything.
NFL bye week. Problem
Yeah.
solved.
You know, the only one that might be tricky would, in our division would be Arizona. You know,
The
so you'd have to be looking at putting it in. Um, God, what do they even have there that has a major stadium?
Cardinals.
Yeah.
That
So,
would be the only option because, well, that's not even an option either because Arizona wants to get rid of them, or they did. Phoenix.
well, it sounds like sounds like they're buying some land. Arizona is.
That's good.
So it sounds like, they might be building their own stadium.
Good. They're done kicking stones at each other then?
I guess. I mean, I don't know how much of these rumors are true, but
I
who
saw
knows?
the proposal not long ago, so you're accurate. I've seen it.
But I mean, I think that idea would be really cool if if you had a stadium series, and then whoever um, is awarded the Winter Classic that year, of course they can't play in the stadium series. So, but I mean, that would be cool. I like the outdoor games, and I think most fans do.
I do. It
I mean,
kind of takes the sport back to its roots.
yeah. I mean, when they did the Cotton Bowl thing, that was amazing.
Mm-hmm. It's a heck
Only
of a game too.
the only thing I wish they would have changed on the Cotton Bowl game is, and I think they probably regretted not doing it, they should have opened up the entire midway, not just half of it, because it was so freaking packed in there. I mean, because that was 80,000. That was 80,000 people. That was the same amount of people that you have go to the Red River rivalry. You know,
Yeah. Place looked packed to the brim
yeah.
when you look at it on TV. Here's
Yeah.
the thing too, to go back to the stadium series, if you wanted to add some incentive or reward or whatever, you could have the team that plays in it the following year be the team that ranks the top of that division or whatever. If you wanted to do that too, you
Yeah.
know, that would I don't know, it would be like a sort of a good job sort of thing, and give the stadium series or whatever to that team the next year. Add a
Yeah.
little bit of fire to it.
Yeah. I thought about that a couple of years ago and I was like, why not? Why not have it to where, um, you know, you, you get every division, they all get their own stadium series games. They all play an inter, division rival, because if Chicago plays, you know, St. Louis or not St. Louis, Seattle or something like that. Yeah, the points are important, but it's, they don't really see that team that often. You know, if you put Dallas and Chicago in a stadium series game, they see each other 5 or 6 times a year, you know. So,
Yeah,
there's some bad blood there. So,
there's definitely different ways you could twist that and I mean grow it even more. Like, what about city bragging rights?
mhm.
Like, look at what we did for the Winter Classic. Everybody was like, "Oh, look at what Dallas did. Dallas was this, and that." Like, it was on social media for what, 2 weeks after that.
Oh yeah.
So, like, it showed everybody that Dallas is pretty serious
Yeah.
about the Stars. Like, that's a cool look. You could showcase Seattle or somebody off the wall that you're like, well, what do they think about hockey?
Yeah.
It could open your eyes.
Yep.
By the way, I don't know about Arizona and hockey. It still doesn't make sense in my head either.
It's no worse than Vegas in hockey.
Or California, I guess.
I mean, one of the first outdoor games was done in Vegas in a casino parking lot.
That's pretty cool.
I don't know how they did it, but hats off to them that you can do that.
That's wild. In a parking lot.
Yeah. So
I wonder where you could do one in Dallas. That'd be a heck of a lot of fun. Hmm.
but
Someplace off the wall.
yeah.
Well,
But I think there could be some fun things to do with things like that, more to grow the game. And I think Dallas tries to do that a lot because they do keep their ticket prices down relatively low.
yeah.
um, they do a lot of family style stuff to bring the kids in, or get the parents in with the kids and everything. So I do have to say they're doing it right that way. So
Yeah, they're doing a lot of good stuff, and I'll be honest with you, some of them are things I didn't even think they would do.
yeah.
Like the continuous star centers, for instance.
Yeah.
Like a few years ago, I thought there would only be, what was there? Like 5 years ago, what was there? Like four of them or some mess like that. Euless, Farmers Branch, all the big ones. Frisco. Outside of like the three or four that we used to have only.
Yeah.
Like, I didn't think there would be any more, and now they're everywhere.
Yeah. Well, they're investing in the community. They're investing in the kids that play hockey, because hockey's a sport that you just can't go and play everywhere.
Yeah.
It's not like Minnesota in the wintertime, where you can go find a pond and go, do a pickup game, you know. So,
Oof. I couldn't live there. That's too dang cold.
yep, that's pretty cold.
Closest I've ever been to cold is Chicago. I think I've told you that a few
Yeah.
times. Yeah, no thanks. I'm good. Ugh.
Yeah. I like the cold, but there's a bit of cold is stupid cold.
Talking like 35 below zero type.
Minus 46 the last time that we left um, Edmonton a couple of years ago.
Minus
Minus
46.
46. The wind chill was minus 61.
Good Lord, I got frostbite in my toes just thinking about that.
I had a week's worth of minus 30 when we were staying at my wife's mother's house. And it didn't get cold enough to try the boiling hot water and then walking outside and throwing it in the air and it instantly freezing into snow. I didn't get to try that. I want to try that someday. So
How come I can see you doing that?
yeah. I like the cold. I mean, so
Yeah, me too, but not with metal around me. No thanks.
well, yeah, that's true. So
Yeesh. That stuff lingers around like a bad fart too.
yeah. But yeah, there's some interesting hockey rinks up in Canada. Been to the newest one with where Edmonton plays, and then went to the Saddle Dome where Calgary plays. Ooh, you talk about a huge difference in arenas.
Really?
Oh yeah. Well, you figure the one in Edmonton was built 5 years ago. The one that Calgary plays in was whenever Calgary had the Olympics,
Oh yeah.
which I think was 85 or 84 or something like that, somewhere in the 80s. Um,
Yikes.
yeah, very dingy, very cold. Um, just a typical old hockey ring. And then Edmonton's is ultra nice and plush. And, it's kind of like walking into Cowboy Stadium when you've, gone into some, ragtime, old barn and played football. So, but, yeah,
Going into my old high school versus going into AT&T Stadium.
yeah. Or, your old high school versus going into Allen High School or, Prosper or something like that. Some of these new, you know, $55 million high school football stadiums.
That's wild. I want to see hockey get that much attention.
Yeah. Well, it's like the St. Louis game. It's actually going to be on a local channel. Something
TXA.
21.
Yeah, TXA 21.
Yeah. Because it's getting bumped from Bally because of the high school football playoffs.
Oh,
I'm
Valley.
somebody posted that up, and I'm like, I'm okay with that. Let the high school kids have their spotlight for for 1 or 2 nights. I'm good with that.
Here's the thing about Valley, though. People will see it if that app and streaming and even channel works. The channel is going to work. Not everybody has cable anymore. They're trying to cut them, a lot of times, and
Yeah,
that app is just yikes. Like the other night, the game, I think I caught maybe 5 minutes of it.
Yeah.
The rest of the time, I was trying to get the app to work because it was black screening,
Oh.
and it would give me a screen to go watch the game, and then I kid you not, versus Vegas, the stupid app restarted the pregame 4 times, and I left the room a few times because I was helping, bring in groceries from parents grocery shopping. So
Mm-hmm.
I didn't know what was going on. And I missed 2 periods of the game.
Oh, geez.
2 periods because it kept freezing, hitching, and restarting. And I'm just like, are you kidding me? So yeah, I want to see him get away from Bally's. That oof.
Well, it just depends on, who picks up the away games, you know.
Mm. Anybody, please, I'm begging you, pick up
So,
the games. Back in the day, they were on TXA 21. What was it?
yeah.
Early 2000s?
So,
20 years ago? Yeah, 20 years ago. I was still in high school. You could catch a game on TXA 21.
as long as they have Josh and Razor calling it, I don't care where they go. Just.
I'll be the guy making noise. Ditch Bally's, please.
Well, like I said, just somebody's got to pick it up first. So,
They'd be crazy not to. Like, how do you. They were just in the Western Conference and Stanley Cup finals, what, 3 years ago? 2 years ago?
yeah.
This team deserves a TV deal. It deserves a big time, not Bally's.
I wish Bally's would have never bought, Fox Sports Southwest.
Me too, because God bless them, man. Like you can blast them online, and they're like, "What's your address? How can we help you?" Blah blah blah. They do, and then 2 seconds later, it's out again.
Yeah. See, I've never had a problem um, with it on cable.
Yeah,
So, but
God, I miss being able to watch them on cable. At least you could see them.
yeah,
I mean, the streaming thing's cool because, like, especially right now, I'm about to go to a family thing in Oklahoma this weekend. If the game's on Bally and I'm rolling down the road, I'll still be able to watch it. I
yeah,
think. I think. But that app is so what's the word?
crappy.
No, it's hit and miss.
Yeah,
Iffy, I guess. It's not crappy. Like it's a good app. When it works, it really works. But when it doesn't, it really doesn't. It's kind of like the stars, man. Either it goes or it doesn't.
yeah,
And like it has potential. It really does. It's streamlined. You can click on one channel, go to the Mavs. Click on one, go to the Rangers.
yeah,
It's awesome. The concept is great, but man, it needs a lot of work. And I'm hoping they do work on it because not everybody can be at home. Not everybody
yeah,
has cable. And like I think that could grow the game too. What if there's a family get together and somebody's watching Bally's and draws a crowd?
yeah,
There you go. But get away from Bally's, please. I'm begging you, man. And I'm begging you, if you're gonna play Ottawa the same way you played Detroit, please carry the momentum all the way through the game.
yeah.
Can they do that though?
I think they can.
Do they want to?
Well, it just depends on how if they run the score up.
I don't think they're gonna be able to run the score up on Ottawa.
Yeah, let's see. Who the hell is Ottawa's goalie?
This is why I love having Weldon on the show because he looks up things that, oops, I forgot.
Let's see. Let's see. Corpusalo, Forsberg.
What?
Yeah.
Corpusalo is on Ottawa now?
Yep. Jonas Corpusalo. Yeah, we should.
Columbus is
Yeah.
Whoa.
And then Anton Forsberg that used to play for Chicago.
Do we like Forsberg? I feel like he gave us trouble a lot.
Let's see. Thomas Shabbat is hurt.
Yeah, how are we looking? Who's hurt? Who's not?
That's what I'm looking to see. Just says he's hurt, but he hasn't played since. Let's see. Oh no, he shows that he played December the 2nd was his last game. But
Not that long ago.
Senators placed Shabbat on IR, is expected to miss 4 weeks, according to Darren Drager. Doesn't say upper or lower, so who knows? Could have stubbed his big toe or could have broken a finger. So,
or he could have bashed his head against the wall. Who knows?
Yeah, it could have been. Got mad about that. That poke check that made Brady look so foolish. So,
why did I laugh? Man.
So they've got a couple of guys that are banged up, and
you better believe that's going to be some excuse too. One way or the other. If they win, oh, it's only because this guy, that guy was out. Yeah, okay. I hear that crap all the time, about as much as I hear about Cowboys fans or being the Cowboys fan. This team beat them because of that. I hear the same thing for the Stars.
Yeah.
The only reason y'all beat this is because of that. It's like, dude, no. They played like they wanted to win, so they won.
Yeah.
I hate that. Why question a team that is on the field? You can win or lose any given day.
Oh, yeah. Yep. Most definitely.
And I don't think one team or one player can make or break a team's effort. I really don't.
Other than the goalie,
Exactly. Oh, here you go. My buddy K-Fitz pointed out that Ottinger didn't look his best, and I wanted to get your thoughts on that. How do you think he's going to play? How do you think, is he over that, or is he still trying to dig out of it? What do you think?
No, he didn't play his best versus Vegas, obviously.
Right.
But he came back, and looked, great this last game. But the defense is still they've got to play smart around him. They've got to box these guys out. Because if he lets out a soft rebound, you can't let the other team's guy get to it first, because they're gonna get they're gonna bury it on him.
Yeah.
And that's almost any of them. It's not just Ottinger. Wedge had some, has had a few of those too, where they'll kick off and he'll kick it right to somebody, but he's kicking it the way that he's being taught, and a guy just happens to be there. So I think he'll work his way out of this little funk, and he's still finding ways to get us wins, and he's still finding a way to make big stops. It's not like he's letting everything in.
Right.
So
maybe there's a chance he's out of that little funk, or at least he's digging out of it.
Yeah. Oh, I think Reese will go back to basics with him, and and just kind of fine tune him a little bit, and because And honestly, with the way that the team overall has been playing, we still haven't lost more than 2 games in a row.
That's crazy.
Even when we get in a little funk, we find a way to come back and, you know, get another big win, even after they got pummeled by Vegas, then they came back a couple of nights later and, you know, wrecked Detroit, you know.
Some people would say, "Oh, it's just Detroit, though." So
Yeah. Well, I mean, Detroit is kind of a crappy team, but, you know, they're, they're a mid-pack team, you know. They're 5 points behind Boston right now, So they're not too bad, but they're not great. They're not Ottawa, you know. Ottawa's only got 22 points in 23 games, you know.
holy moly!
So, it's just, the guys have got to step up and in the right games and because they're not going to come out full blown every single game for 82 games. There's going to be crappy games in there. I mean, even Boston last year, yeah, they went and won a record number of games and then they get blown out in the first round of the playoffs and they're done, you know.
Yeah,
You know, as much as I hate the guy at Brad Marchment or Marchand, when they asked him about all these records and everything, he goes, "It doesn't mean anything unless you win the cup. Doesn't matter what you do in the regular season unless you win the cup." So all they've got to do is stay consistent. I'm not looking for you know blowout wins every night. I would rather see some nice hard defensive wins, and our defense get much better than what it has been. Get the power play actually going a little bit better, and
yeah,
you know, so
yeah.
because even the other night with Miro getting two, I'm like, oh my god, it's amazing you can score when you shoot the puck at the net instead of passing it. you know, Passing it looking for Robo to, do his new one timer or, for, throwing it in for Jamie for a tip or something. It's like, just shoot it at the net and let's see what happens. So,
hmm I mean, you don't have to get reckless with it. Don't just go in there and shoot,
yeah.
but don't get cute with it either. Just do it.
Well, it's like I told a friend of mine the other night. We were sitting there after Miro, finally scored and everything. And I said, you can say what you want to about Klinger. I said, but when he was here, he shot the puck.
Uh huh.
I said, and he managed to get the puck through. I said, Miro hasn't figured that out yet. He hasn't, I don't know how Klinger did it, how he managed to get so many shots through that get past that first person, you know, but Miro hasn't figured out how to do that yet. To me, he always looks to pass, to throw it off to the wing, and then after about three or four throwing it to the wings, then somebody will take a shot.
hmm
So, but
That was a game where it seemed like everybody was just clicking at all cylinders.
yeah,
Like two from Miro, really? I kid you not. I was watching the game and I was talking to you and my other friend that does the host or hosting duties, whatever you want to
mm-hmm.
call it. I don't know. And he's like, Miro just scored 2 goals. Where did that come from? I'm like, I don't
Yeah,
know. I don't know. It just, it's a crazy thing that happens when maybe you shoot the puck.
yeah,
And, if they do that against Ottawa, I can already hear the things. Oh, it's just Ottawa. Oh, it's, I don't know. based on history, I feel like, yeah, I don't know. I really don't know. I'm rambling at this point, and it's just, but I hope they win. I really do.
Yeah. Oh, they like I said, they got to go in there and they got to set the tempo, play their game. Um, you know, stay out of the box because that has been something that's been creeping back into their game again. Is you know
Yeah,
these little crappy penalties and stuff like that.
it's like they can't keep up with people sometimes.
Well, it's not that they can't keep up. It's like the high sticking or um,
Yeah.
the tripping calls or whatever. Because there hasn't been a whole lot of hooking calls in the game. That's when they can't keep up. Hooking or holding. It's
Oh yeah, true.
you know more of stick discipline. So, but and then the other night when they had the too many men on the ice, and I asked my wife this, I was like, why is it every time that they get one of these, Marchment's the one to go to the box?
Reputation.
Uh, I told her, I said, I'm going to ask him when we have a meet and greet with the Stars after the LA game in January, I think it is. And I told her, I said, I'm going to ask him. Why is it always you that goes to the box? Do you, do you volunteer or is it the coach the coach sending you? So
Do you volunteer?
I was like, I said, I have questions, you know.
I want to hear the answer to that. That's
Yeah.
interesting. I want to know too now. That's wow.
I mean,
Reputation though.
because I think he leads the team in penalty minutes again. You know, so
Is that why people question him, you think?
yeah, that was. I mean, he was on a pretty heavy rotation of penalties last year. You know, and it is kind of annoying when you have all those penalties. So
It is, but things happen. Uh Lots of things happen.
yeah,
I don't know.
I was trying to look up to see if I could find his penalty minutes.
Oh boy. I'm not sure I want to know.
Oh my god, the the Stars menu or the Stars roster thing.
Mm-hmm.
Um, they have Mason Marchment listed at 6'5". He is not 6'5".
Somebody's generous.
Yeah, somebody's
I would
real generous.
I would have guessed maybe 6'3", too.
That's what I would think. 6'3", 6'1" to 6'3". Because
That's
I've got a
wild.
pitcher standing next to him, and I've got a pitcher standing next to Big Rig, and I was dwarfed with Big Rig.
Really?
Yeah,
That's crazy.
not with Mason.
Maybe he plays like he's 6'5".
Yeah, he might play like he's 6'5", but there,
That
just
is.
sent you a picture.
Oh, there it is. Let's see what we got here. Oh my gosh. Dude, that's a big boy.
Yeah,
He does make you look small. You're a big guy too.
and there's Mason.
Hey, that hat looks familiar. Did you steal my hat?
No, that's my hat. It's my favorite hat.
Oh, that's awesome.
So
Wow. He looks like a dweeb.
him and his little porn mustache.
It looks like an 80s cop mustache or something, too. One of those movies. I don't know.
Because even Jake at 6'5" or 6'6", whatever he is, he doesn't look as tall as what they say he is.
Interesting.
So, I mean, compared to the big rig photo, Rig looks way taller.
Wow. Wow. I would have guessed Big Rig was like 7 foot looking at
Yeah.
you. Jake looks like a nerd too. I'm sorry. Please don't kill me. I don't want to die. I'm too young. That's awesome. I'm jealous. I'm gonna have to meet up with you so we can all, or so I can do that, and you can show me how to do it and all that crap. That's awesome. So cool. All right. Well, what else
And
you got?
and my absolute favorite one.
Oh. The Finnish Mafia.
Yeah. That was when they were only 3. Now, I never got a picture with all of them when Kivy was here.
Oh man, that would have been a blast.
So,
That would have been a blast.
but yeah. So yeah, it should be an interesting game this weekend, There's going to be some fun times, so
Yeah, I'm gonna probably ask you to keep me updated if you don't mind, because I'm not sure I'll be watching.
oh yeah. Yeah, if you're going to be out of town, I'll shoot you scores.
Yes, because God knows the app won't do it.
Well, you could probably get the scores. You just won't be able to get the game.
I couldn't get the game when I was in town either.
So,
Sorry, no tantrum. No, I'm good. I'm gonna be nice. I promise. Maybe. All right. Well, you got anything else for me, man?
I think that's enough of our rambling.
We need hockey. That's all it is.
Yeah. So
Well, thanks for coming on and doing the show, man.
not a problem. So we'll speak again next week. My schedule will be more free next week because we're getting ready to go on school vacation. So I'll be sitting at home either doing honeydews or a whole lot of nothing.
Oh, don't tell me that. I'll be bugging you every day.
So, we can do shows during the daytime if
I'm game. I'm free usually uh mid morning to early afternoon.
Yeah.
Anytime before 4, usually. So
Yeah, anytime. Like I said, probably after the 20th, we're done until after the first of the year. So
that's awesome.
so maybe we can get your other buddy on and we can have a 3-way chat and you know
Oh heck yeah.
see how the agree to disagree and everything goes. That should be fun.
No Jamie Benn stuff, please.
Oh, come on. No.
My heart can't take it. If only you could see my face anytime that's brought up.
So,
I cringe like no other.
oh, by chance, did you see the photo on uh Diehards today of the
um,
Jamie Benn shirt with Robo?
I'm not sure. Where do I find it?
It's on the Diehards.
Is it? Oh
I'll,
crap.
I'll tag you in it.
Oh, uh-oh. Okay, sounds good to me. Wowzer.
Because it's Jamie and Robo doing the Step Brothers pose.
What? Uh-oh. Is that notification right there you? Oh, yeah, it
Yep.
is. What?
I said it should have been Pavs and Wyatt, but
that's way
or,
more fitting.
or Robo and Rope.
Robo and
So,
Rupe. Oh, dude, I couldn't even picture that one. That one would kill me. Kill me dead. All right, man. Well,
all
uh,
right. Well, like I said, I'll hit you up next week after these few games, and we'll give a little recap and ramble on. And I'm just waiting for college football now. So, you know,
I stand by what I said the last time I talked to you. I want college hockey too.
yeah,
Needs to be on TV, dude. I
it's
saw
just it's just harder to follow down here because we don't have any teams down here.
right. Like my first glance at college hockey, I believe, was Minnesota Duluth and um North Dakota
Oh, okay.
a couple of years ago. Some wild thing like that. It was
Yeah.
before they changed their name and all that too, and it's just like this stuff is cool.
Yeah. I like watching those guys.
Me
So,
too. Like it's like when you think about it, it's kind of like college football. You know, they're people trying to live a dream
yep.
or get there, and
Well, and a lot of times you've got these players that have already been drafted, and they've decided to, go and chase a national championship before they go into, their pro career, just like who was it? Owen Powers, and a couple other guys that were playing for Michigan uh, last year. So, and then you get you get these guys like Wyatt that just, break in out of the draft and come right in. And so, oh, another little topic. What do you think about uh, Vegas holding the draft this next year? And they're holding it at that new cool, what they call the Sphere. It this Sphere is freaking amazing.
oh yeah, I've seen it on YouTube and even TikTok, making faces and whatnot.
Yeah. So I can't imagine what it's going to be inside to do that. I think that's going to be freaking cool.
I
Though.
think that would be a cool job. Imagine.
Yeah.
Have you seen the video of the sphere where the guy's golfing behind it and like the sphere's face is asleep and whatnot?
Hmm.
Have you seen that?
I don't think I've seen that one.
I'm gonna have to find it and send it to you. Well, I mean, yeah, maybe I'll send it to you. I'll try and find it on YouTube. It's on TikTok. So, um, but yeah, those I would love to have that job or a job like that.
Yeah.
Planes flying over it and like it's gawking at the plane, like ooh.
Yeah. See, when we went out there last time, it wasn't operational yet, and we're still asking people, okay, what is this big round building over here? And they're just like, oh, it's going to be called the Sphere, and it's supposed to host concerts and stuff like that. We didn't. No one ever said the outside of it's going to be this huge picture screen, that they can do all kinds of stuff on. So you know I think it's cool. So I look forward to the next time we go back out to Vegas, whether it be for a game or just to go out and run around out there. It just to sit and watch that thing.
I'd be really inclined to ask you to take pictures because I'm fascinated by it too.
Oh yeah. Oh, I mean, when I travel, I have my camera bag with me at all times. So
Good. Something else I can bug you about. Ha
yeah.
ha. That yeah, it is cool. I mean, once again, it's gonna probably grow hockey there.
Oh yeah.
Why not? You know,
Yeah.
I think it's the best sport. Like, I kid you not, we were watching some NFL game on Sunday. I can't remember which one it was. Houston, I think. Somebody got shook up, and I deadpan serious looked at my dad, and I'm like, he would not survive in a hockey rink
Yeah.
or some crap like that. And my dad lost it because the face I made, the way I said it, and he's hard to make laugh, but those guys would not make it in hockey.
Yeah.
And then Jalen Ramsey was a guy that said he would. I'm still hoping to see that. Like, go on with it.
Yeah. So
All right, man. Well, I don't know what else to say. I think we covered all the bases.
I think we're good tonight. So like I said, I'll hit you up next week once I'm off, and we can do some daytime records and everything. So
Heck yeah. I'm game.
all right.
Well, thanks again for your time. Thank you for BS3 Network's time. And guess we're out of here.
We're out of here.
All right.
Go Stars on Friday night.
Go Stars on Friday. Oh my god.
Friday. It's almost here.
No, I have to go to bed early. This sucks. I hate missing hockey.
All right, man. We will talk to you later.
All right,
hopefully after some Stars wins.
Yes, please.
Go for two in a row.
Yes, please.
All right. Talk to you later.
All right, man. Take it easy.
All right. Good night.
Bye.
Dallas Stars! Dallas Stars!